I'm the last person to defend Brar, but you guys are very dim. LeBron has been tweeting about the WNBA for 15 years, even before any of you had seen a WNBA game. He even tweeted about a player receiving a triple-double, and you all called him every possible name.
Photo and a message. I think that was from when the Lakers were here for the first time. I believe that was your first time meeting. What's that relationship like now as you two Nike athletes are building something special?
Well, like, I don't really get too starstruck from people, and that was like a moment that I was like I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols. Like, LeBron is the GOAT to me, so I don't know, it was just like a crazy moment where I got to.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy, but I'm rooting for Caitlin because
Caitlin Clark, who is new to the WNBA and already catching strays from the king himself, appeared to have been hit by a full-court buzzer beater after LeBron James said something so outrageous that she blinked as if her microphone had been muted. Was it a compliment, an emoji backhand slap, or just a classic? Despite LeBron's crypticism and chaos, it's obvious that Caitlin didn't anticipate it, and now the internet is in flames. Get ready for a nuclear exchange.
Now, yesterday, he kicked off by saying, hey, great way to kick off the season, and he congratulated her on getting a triple-double. But nevertheless, after the situation between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese came out tweeting of him and said, Jordan never lost in the finals. It's no secret that Angel Reese does dislike for LeBron James as well, because he supported.
Therefore, LeBron James made the unthinkable decision. He didn't announce a new version of Space Jam, so calm down. He just said something nice about Caitlin Clark, and that was the whole crime. The king dared to give the WNBA queen props, and then it was like he walked into a hornet's nest. People were more distraught than Angel Reese on a missed call.
The WNBA is in a very, very concerning place because they're dealing with new fans that have come into their league that want to support a particular team, but now you are letting the mob dictate what it is.
And let's face it, when LeBron brought up Caitlin Clark, the entire sports world went awry. Twitter turned into a terrible group chat, full of courtside tears, professional jealousy, and the most extreme case of main character syndrome the WNBA has ever witnessed. That supporting a woman who threw a bomb in her first game is now considered offensive in some places. Angel Reese is frantically chewing her gum into powder and giving her phone a sidelong glance as if it had betrayed her.
So, LeBron James is facing backlash because of his support of Caitlin Clark. We all know that LeBron James has been a huge supporter of Caitlin Clark since the beginning, since she came in the league, and he definitely...
Although Caitlin Clark had Wi-Fi from the parking lot and court vision that made defenders look like extras in her highlight reel, she arrived for her first game looking like a Category 5 bollekin and scorched the Chicago sky as if they owed her money. Despite this, she received lukewarm praise after the game, while her detractors grilled anyone who dared to say she was good at basketball.
Of the WNBA season, and Caitlin Clark pulled off a triple-double. She was dropping buckets, and she was dishing it out. Look at this dime she threw off the pump fake. And did you see this deep three she hit from the logo? It's just her second season in the fever.
LeBron, on the other hand, who is well-versed in spotlight and pressure, just speaks the obvious. LeBron wasn't a four-time NBA champion or a world-renowned figure. Instead, he was now the public enemy number one for stating what practically everyone with working eyes could see. This is why Caitlin Clark is unique, and social media went crazy when someone said that pizza was suddenly canceled.
Real loud for this white woman, King James, tasteless after what happened yesterday. Now I see what Drake was saying. Crazy world. So apparently, LeBron James has officially lost his black heart. He gonna have to come do something. Listen, the next brother that gets shot by a cop, I guarantee you LeBron's gonna probably tweet about it, or he's gonna post on IG about it. I don't care who that brother. LeBron's probably got his assistant like scouring with the scanner, the police scanners. Like,
The outcry was so intense that you would think he had declared his intention to purchase the WNBA and rename it the Caitlin Clark Invitational Angels. The indignation was Olympic level, with Reese supporters acting as though LeBron had personally stolen their lunch money and used it to purchase first-row seats to a Clark game. They strained muscles they were unaware existed, and let's not overlook the obvious, Clark gave a great performance. She outplayed half the league, adjusted to new teammates, a new speed, and a whole new level of scrutiny during her debut, which wasn't just good, it was a full-blown statement wrapped in confidence and capped with a jumper. However, does she receive the roses she so well deserves? The story was never prepared for a rookie to enter and take over as if she had been playing. Professionally, since kindergarten, the veterans were meant to gently mentor her, humble her, and perhaps even ignore her. But instead, she's out here rewriting the script as if it were a group project, and she's the only one who showed up. You guessed it, she's upsetting the status quo. Despite being commended for her charisma and vigor, Angel Reese is now witnessing the entire attention abruptly shift to her least favorite person in sneakers. It's as though Caitlin entered and assumed the throne, leaving Reese clapping from the nosebleeds.
Sick of this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese hypocrisy. LeBron James put out a tweet yesterday shouting out Caitlin Clark, and the amount of backlash that he received for essentially celebrating Caitlin Clark's historic night instead of talking about Angel Reese is crazy to me. I'll tell you what, how about we stop hating on Caitlin Clark and start holding Angel Reese accountable to becoming a
talk numbers. The tragedy here is not that Caitlin Clark is receiving praise, but rather that the bar for praise is apparently located in the Mariana Trench. If you're a successful white woman in the WNBA, every time she scores, it feels like half the league calls an emergency meeting to figure out how to make it about themselves. It's also not helping that the praise she does receive turns into a battleground for anyone who compliments her, whether it's LeBron or your Aunt Cheryl. Caitlin Clark's stats weren't just impressive, they were borderline disrespectful. It was like watching an algebra prodigy show up to a kindergartner's math class and get graded on effort. Abruptly turns into a target. The way people react, you'd think Caitlin was gaining support by using the remains of fallen veterans. LeBron only said something somewhat encouraging, and you'd think he approved of Arson Angel. Reese seemed to be trapped in a Caitlin Clark infatuation spiral rather than concentrating on her own game. The thing about Caitlin Clark is that she doesn't need the drama or the antics. She just hoops, no gimmicks, no excuses, and no Twitter feuds. Fans are beginning to realize that loud doesn't equal legendary, and every mention of Clark feels like an existential crisis for Reese, who is now attempting to prove her worth by being loud instead of lethal. Some people simply cannot handle it. When she shows up, drains buckets, and gives her game a clapback. It's not arrogance, it's brilliance.
That many people that can relate to everything that she's been through. There's not that many folks that know what it's like to be in her shoes, but someone that does is LeBron James, right? And here is what he told Esquire when he was asked about Caitlin Clark. He said, "I have a great deal of respect for her because I know exactly what it means to be drafted, to be the face of a franchise, and also get the scrutiny from a lot of people that don't believe you're ready for the next."
The situation has gotten so out of hand that fans are taking sides like it's a Marvel vs. DC debate team. Let's get one thing straight. This is no longer just a sports rivalry. It's ego warfare disguised in sneakers and jersey numbers. While Caitlin is out there creating history, Angel appears content to try to rewrite hers with press clippings and passive-aggressive social media likes. Clark wants to discuss the legacy team and stats talent. It's less about basketball analysis and more about attitude, vibes, and who wore what to the tunnel walk, according to Reese. Returning to LeBron, let's look at the Real Housewives Hardwood edition. Even though the man has been a walking target for years, he appeared taken aback by how swiftly the knives emerged over a praise. It's a poor sign when a guy who's been jeered in 30 stadia says, "Wow, tough crowd." The fact that Caitlin Clark still has to deal with people who act as though she lucked into her talent after tearing through her first professional game like a buzzsaw. Through cardboard is absurd. Those who trip over themselves to give others credit for half of the output are suddenly experts in humility and fairness. The more people attempt to disparage Caitlin Clark, the more they expose weaknesses. Because if your game were as good as your Twitter fingers, perhaps you would be receiving the recognition instead. Caitlin Clark is here to stay. She is not some fad social media darling.
Said, good luck and do you per usual this season at Caitlin Clark. Pretty benign statement. He didn't say, great job kicking Angel Reese's butt. Yeah, man. Thanks, Whitey, for sticking it to the sisters. Oh, man. Straight hair over nappy hair. He didn't say nothing.
However, let's continue to act as though supporting Clark is controversial. Let's pretend that LeBron committed a crime. Let's act as though giving credit to someone who deserves it is a sin. Meanwhile, Caitlin will continue to pull up from the logo, rewriting history and watching the haters melt like ice cubes in July. If Angel Reese wants to stop appearing as a supporting character in Caitlin's story, she might want to spend a little less time on theatrics and more time on the playbook. Initially, they claimed Clark couldn't keep up with the pros, but after she did, they said she just had. After a successful game, she released another highlight reel, which led to the narrative that she is overhyped. The woman is dropping dimes so accurately that they ought to be shown in the Louvre, and we are discussing whether or not she is overmarketed. However, that is not analysis. Rather, it is insecurity with a Wi-Fi connection. The true issue is that Caitlin Clark earned the crown. People didn't give it to her. She didn't take anyone's attention. Instead, she took it, and now everyone is upset because they forgot their shades. Don't fool yourself. The backlash isn't about team chemistry or justice. Rather, it's the same old bitterness that arises whenever a generational genius doesn't want to lower her own brightness in order to make others feel more at ease.
Clark, because I know exactly what it means to be drafted, be the face of a franchise, and also get the scrutiny from a lot of people that don't believe you're ready for the next jump, and they don't believe you're ready for the big leagues, and just don't think that you...
The mental gymnastics are so intense that I'm shocked no one has pulled a hamstring. It seems like praising Caitlin Clark is now a betrayal of women's basketball itself because nothing says supporting the sport like gatekeeping greatness. The funniest part is that this is literally game one of this. And that discomfort, it's palpable. Every tweet tries to compare a rookie's debut to a veteran's career. Every comment section twists itself into rhetorical pretzels just to avoid giving credit. Is the response to her arrival? Will the league formally apologize for allowing her to enter? Will LeBron be subpoenaed for being too early? What will happen when she begins to shatter records and collect trophies like Pokemon cards? To be honest, it has been more fascinating to watch the turmoil erupt than the game itself. Opponent fans are treating her as though she invented gentrification. Analysts are whispering compliments as if to avoid waking the trolls, and players are side-eyeing the attention like, this fragrance commercial is awful. The pettiness is superior. The Olympic level, and as all of this is going on, Caitlin is acting in the most provocative way possible. She is remaining focused, not applauding back, not responding to criticism on Twitter, and she is being flawless like a straight. It truly irritates them when a student takes the final with composure while everyone else is still searching for a pencil, since her game speaks for her.
LeBron James is a target now, man. LeBron James, man, this man, he said, he tweets one nice thing. One nice thing. And the Angel Reese crash out congregation loses their mind.
All of this is going on. Angel Reese is still acting as though Caitlin Clark is a glitch in the matrix that needs to be rebooted. Every side-eye, every frown, every quote that doesn't specifically mention her is treated like an act of war, girl. Take a break. It's basketball, not Shakespeare, and let's be honest. Instead, she could have just worked on improving, evolving, and perhaps even celebrating her peers' success while forging her own path. Fans and media commentators who appear personally upset make up a huge subset of those caught in this ego vortex, so it's not just Reese. If mediocrity sold jerseys, half the league would be millionaires. At this rate, Caitlin Clark could cure the common cold, and someone would still tweet that a white girl from Iowa is currently the face of women's basketball as if she didn't earn it. It's as if ESPN and Nike are just out there giving endorsements to anyone who makes a decent layup. But can she guard Angel Reese in the post, though? It's funny that she's changing the rules of what a rookie in the WNBA can do, and instead of celebrating, people are suspicious, as if she smuggled brilliance. Via TSA, LeBron is likely regretting ever using his phone and wondering how complimenting a rising star escalated into a full-fledged online altercation. The ridiculous thing is that Caitlin isn't out there pleading for people's approval. Instead, she's clocking in and out cooking defenders. There is no drama, no diva antics, no desperate attention-seeking, just ruthless efficiency, and that seems to be the most dangerous thing of all because nothing frightens the insecure like quiet dominance.
He tweets, people pay attention. People notice. And in this particular case, a lot of it was widely noticed. I don't know. I think that tweet got looked at 5 million times or something like that. But LeBron James said, triple-double, basically. But I'm going to post it so you can see it. So here you go. LeBron James says, triple-dub, CC, great way to kick off the season. Clapping hands. That's what he said. That's what he tweeted. Congratulate someone on a triple-double. And this is the type of response the Crash Out Angel congregation is giving you today. They have lost it. I mean, if you need to go check some people into mental hospitals, a lot of people...
One thing is evident even as the heated takes pile up like dirty laundry. When the rest of the league is preoccupied drafting think pieces, Caitlin Clark is the player who can destroy your ankles and your ego in a single possession. She is the one who creates noise without raising her voice. A while, but now we are. LeBron's biggest transgression was publicly proclaiming, "Don't worry, even though the season is just getting started." If this is how people are responding, then seatbelt up, because neither Caitlin Clark nor the meltdowns are slowing down.